Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. Take notes, grab a pen. I am back, the Honorable Marvin Coop Show with my man, no big deal, Cam Loyalist. What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's good? I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Trying to figure out what direction we're going into with
Mm,
this whole nonsense of now it seems like Kirk Cousins could be our plan B. And people, plan B is not good.
mm,
And I'm referring to the other different type of plan B, if you know what I'm saying. This is
mm.
bad. So obviously nobody in our organization has watched the Falcons last year. I mean, I know you and I was talking a little bit off camera. How
Mhm.
I would prefer Cut Cousins. So you really feel like we shouldn't give Mason a chance, huh?
I mean, maybe for like a couple games, but uh, I would prefer we bring in Cousins because let's be realistic. Aaron Rodgers only cares about one dude on this earth, and his name is Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's not gonna give a shit. About mentoring Will Howard or improving Mason Rudolph or whatever. He's just gonna come in, try to try to right the ship himself,
Hmm.
not giving a shit what the other quarterbacks in the depth chart are doing. Kirk Cousins, he's gonna come in and he's gonna mentor a guy like he mentored Michael Penix in Atlanta.
But do you feel like Kirk Cousins still has it to like I said, it was games last year. He struggled to get up and down the field. I understand they had him in the pistol formation, which is not his formation at all.
Mm,
But he's still recovering from that Achilles. He's not the same. We get it. He's out of
yeah.
his prime. In our division alone, we have some heavy hitters. I don't
Mhm.
think somebody as fragile as two guys who are coming off an Achilles injury, their age, should not be good for the AFC North, where you have
Mhm.
a Miles Garrett, where you have a Baltimore defense who has beefed up in the draft and free agency, and Trey Hickerson in Cincinnati still. And
Mhm.
teams like the Bills and the Jets who have hungry defenses.
Mhm.
And might we add, the Patriots defense is nice, also nice, who was on our schedule. So we
Mhm.
do not need some mediocrity, media circus, and a fragile guy who can't get up and down the field on our
Mhm.
team right now. So 60% of me is saying yes, let's give Mason a shot. Maybe he'll mess up and we'll see Will Howard. 40% is also saying Kirk Cousins could probably be a good option because it was a few games when he did have a few 500-yard games.
Mhm.
It's all mixed emotions right now.
Yeah.
This is just
But
something that we do not need right now. We are in
yeah.
must win now mode. Our franchise is in shambles. We are a laughing stock. When you have coaches, we had three coaches in the past century, brother.
Mm.
And one of them is roasting us right now, saying, if you think Aaron Rodgers is a smart fit on our Steelers right now, he's not a good fit. You're joking. And this is
Who is
Bill
that?
Howard saying this.
Bill
I
Cowher?
Bill Cowher said that. And I agree. I
I
agree.
agree for sure. Sure. I saw this one TikTok. It's you watch SpongeBob, right?
Yeah.
So you remember that one episode? It's that really tanned buff dude with the bongos.
If I
It's
remember that
like
word.
it's like just keep on living, baby. Like
Right.
that. So someone said that's Aaron Rodgers right now.
That's Aaron Rodgers right now. I would not, like I said before, lose our number. We're not thinking about you right now.
Yeah.
We should not be held hostage by a 41-year-old has been.
Mm.
That's just my honest opinion. I don't think he will do no good here.
That's
I
probably hey, he's probably taking inspiration from that one Travis Scott song being the highest in the room.
you gonna be in a shit load of world of trouble here, buddy.
Yeah.
So, and another thing, right now, I feel like, how did you feel about our draft? I know we talked about it on the other show I had, but now this is, like I said, a new and improved show.
Hmm.
How did you feel about our draft?
I mean, I feel like we had a pretty solid draft this year, all things considered.
Hmm.
Um, Let me go ahead and look this up real quick. Um, uh, I like that. Derek Harmon, I liked his tape at Oregon.
Hmm.
I loved Caleb Johnson in the draft process. I think he's going to be a good back to pair with Jalen Warren. Jack Sawyer was a steal. He may have a little bit of a character concern considering the fact that how he handled that whole Michigan flag plant thing at Ohio State, but he's still a dog.
Hmm.
Y.A. Black, I watched his tape since the last time we saw him. He is a refrigerator on that damn defensive line. He is huge. Pause. Will
Yeah.
Howard, I mean, he is a national championship winning quarterback. And also, speak on the topic of Ohio State. Shout out Jeremiah Smith getting the
Getting the cover
yeah, getting the
in the
college
NCAA
football
cover.
26 cover along with Ryan Williams. Both of those guys are dogs.
And we're gonna have a show about that too. I would love to have you on that too. So.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, I like Will Howard. They saying he's like a Ben, but huh, I have to see that with my own eyes. Carson Bruner, I mean it was an okay pick, and Dante Kent. I mean we need some more depth at corner, especially considering the fact that one of my favorite depth pieces at corner, Ryan Watts, he had to medically retire unfortunately. So Ryan Watts, I'm hoping you get better in your retirement for sure. But
So
I feel like we had a solid draft.
so compare this draft to all the other drafts that we didn't have, right?
Hmm
It's way better, right?
Uh, are we what? So,
So let's
all
not hold on. Let's go back to at least the past. What's it? 2025? Yeah, let's say the past 4 years.
right, all right.
It's, it's,
So,
it's been better, right?
mm, uh, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, yeah, it's been better.
And I'm gonna tell you why, Cam. I don't
Hmm
know if you noticed. I think me and you pointed it out.
hmm
You notice who wasn't in the room when all these draft picks happened, right?
Mike Tomlin.
Exactly, people. So I don't think he's involved with these draft picks this year, which kind of tells me something. I think he's going to be on the hot seat. If this is another one and done in the playoffs, he's done.
Hmm
And right
Yeah.
now, I wouldn't be mad at that, but right now we need to be building a roster to where we don't need Mike Tomlin.
hmm
We have to build a strong roster. I feel like we do have the defense. I feel like we could be a top five defense. I do think we should trade for another receiver. I hope that they do find something to get Chris Olave over
Yeah.
here. I did hear some Tyreek rumors, but what would we give up for him?
Yeah.
I don't know what we would give up for Kirk Cousins, though. What would be the package on that?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe like a fifth or a sixth, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we're not giving up nothing important for him.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, we have no direction of where we're going. It's a
Yeah.
complete chaos. And I feel like, of course, it's Aaron Rodgers to see if he's going to come out the darkness or wherever he's at right now on this earth
Mm.
to see if
Yeah.
he joins us or not. People,
Yeah.
let's not let that distract us what we need to do. We need to win, get our roster together, get spring camp going or summer camp going. We have 100 days until the season starts, people.
hmm Yeah, I'll tell you that. I'm looking at these past drafts for the past 4 years, and honestly, outside of like this year and last year, because last year I feel like we got a solid draft because we got Zach Frazier who played like a top 10 center last year,
Hmm.
and we had Peyton Wilson who I think Peyton Wilson is going to take another big step up
Oh yeah,
this upcoming year. But I'm
but
look
here's the thing, Cam. Those are two picks, though, right? I'm
yeah
talking about where we hit on each round, which I felt like we did this year. I felt like we hit on
yeah
each round a little bit.
yeah. Obviously, we already mentioned Ryan Watts earlier, who had to medically retire.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these other picks. Obviously, we had Kenny Pickett. Uh, we had Connor Hayward. That was a nepo pick. That was a nepo pick. Yeah.
Hmm.
If his last name was anything other than exactly Hayward, we would have not drafted that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Two guys that we actually no, three guys that we drafted aren't even in the league anymore. Ryan Watts, who had to retire. Uh, and then our 2021 6th and 7th round picks, Quincy Roche and Trey Norwood, they're not even in the league no more.
Hmm.
Yeah. Presley Harvin, he needs to go ahead and lay off the damn Waffle House menu. Um, Najee Harris, you already know my opinion on Najee Harris. Kendrick Green, I think we canned him after 1 year. Yeah, Dan Moore, Turnstile. Um, Chris Alaticoon, we went ahead and cut him, and we cut his ass. I think in training camp, he went on to win like 2 or 3 Super Bowls with the Chiefs as a backup. Mm,
Mhm.
yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, man.
yeah.
This is it's shambles right now. I feel
Hmm.
like, and now we have TJ Watt, who may not be at OTAs due to his
Mm,
contract situation. Once again, this diva Aaron Rodgers. The wide receiver rotation is kind of looking terrible right now. I'm a little still concerned about that. I still say we need a good solid number two over there.
mm,
New offensive tackles in a new spot. I'm a little nervous, but I like the way these guys are going, you know.
hmm.
And this I'm gonna call it Arthur 2.0. You know, will we continue to hold on to like the hope that this year's version of Arthur Smith offense will be like mythical or something like that? Do you feel like it's gonna be great, uh less than what it was last year, or other? Like, what do you feel about Arthur Smith's offense this year? What do you feel like he can do, what he can bring to the table?
Nothing.
That's what I was afraid of. That's what I
Yeah,
was afraid of.
dude, Arthur Smith, bro. Like, I, I want us to just go out and get a competent offensive minded coordinator or an offensive minded coach because we already had that man who shall not be named. Um,
I don't want to. Yeah, don't even bring
yeah,
him up on this show. I
yeah,
love you, but don't bring him up on this show, bro.
yeah. I'm not gonna every time that man, every time we bring up that man's name, it just makes me want to puke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be banned from the city of Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
Yeah. The last time we had like a competent offensive coordinator was like what, like Todd Haley?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was in like uh when did we get rid of him?
A little before we brought that bum in here.
Yeah, yeah, that man who got fired from LSU.
Hmm.
How do you have a job that got fired and then get fired from LSU?
How you get fired on your day off? That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I always felt like we should have went with Brian Leftwich, a person who has
Yeah.
played with the organization, who also has a Super Bowl on his record,
Yeah.
and who doesn't have a job nowhere. And he's a good offensive coordinator. So why are we not bringing in former players to help our organization? And I
Mm.
think Spot Hans Ward has spoke on this
Hmm.
years ago. Like, I think the Steelers is good at not bringing back players to help in the organization. I think
Mm.
that's one of our downfalls as well.
Mm.
Like, come on, people, this is Steeler Nation, the best nation, the only nation. I don't care about that Raider Nation crap. Our
Yes.
fan base is way better. We are passionate a fan base, and our contributes to our team success, including everything like chants, traditions, and the overall atmosphere of the Steeler Nation. This is
Mm.
diabolical. We're looking a hot mess right now.
Yeah. This might be a little bit of a dark age for the Steelers maybe at this
It
point.
is. It is, and this is embarrassing. And
Mm.
a friend of mine, he's a Browns fan, and I hate to say it, we're starting to look like them.
Yeah.
Could we be in the same boat as them? And that is really embarrassing.
Yeah, at this point, just here's the thing. Like, I've always been scared of that being compared to the bum ass Browns. But like at this point, bro, like,
I don't know what to do, Cam.
yeah,
I'm I Chuck know the dynasty he built to
mm.
hand it off to Coward.
get
And
get a Super Bowl out of him. Essentially two, because I mean, to be fair, that was Coward's team
yeah,
that
that's what I
Tomlin
said.
won.
I said that too. That was all Coward.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking this up right now. The only players that were worth a shit that he brought in, that Tomlin brought in before that via the draft were Lawrence Timmons, Lamar Woodley, and I guess like Willie Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of, and I understand, like, we pretty much have been in shambles for a long time, almost
Mm-hmm.
10 years, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of what ifs. Like, what if Shazier didn't get hurt? Like,
Uh,
what if Brown didn't, act crazy the way he did?
mhm.
What if we would have gave Le'Veon that money?
Yeah.
You know,
What if Martavis Bryant didn't?
yeah. What if he didn't do that?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, what has really? I mean, I understand the whole Shazier that broke my heart. I ain't gonna lie to
Hmm.
you. I even shedded a tear,
Yeah.
and we couldn't control what happened to AB. But the shenanigans with Bryant, the shenanigans with Bell, the whole shenanigans with the whole locker room, even Big Ben was speaking on this, and I'm kind of a little disappointed in him too that he's bringing up these stories now that he's retired. Why didn't you help Tommy
Mm.
control these situations? You were a leader on this team
Yeah. You've been on this team for like,
since you was a rookie, for Christ's sakes, and you couldn't. You mean to tell me that you want us to look at you as this great leader, this great guy? We know what you did off the field. I ain't gonna bring that up because you
yeah.
still by far is one of my favorite quarterbacks. I'm sorry. This is
Mm.
a guy who I watched develop, grow, win us 2 Super Bowls. Could have been three. We ain't gonna speak on that because Green Bay had a good defense.
And Rashard Mendenhall was an idiot.
He one of them too. What if you didn't tweet what you tweeted in 2012?
Wait, what did he tweet again?
I ain't gonna bring it up on the show. I'm gonna tell you off camera. But he
Oh yeah.
tweeted something that got him off the team.
Mm.
So I'm looking at all these what ifs and what all these stupid shit that these people was doing.
Mm.
And Tommy, it's like he don't have no control at all.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at no one to put up with this. Coward definitely would have put up with this. I was like, no, you're gonna be suspended. I'm gonna teach
Yeah.
you. But
Let's let's see
you
what else. Hey, another thing, maybe what if Mason Rudolph didn't do that thing
Miles
uh
Garrett.
to Miles Garrett? Like here's the thing, I don't know what insinuated that, but
Yeah.
again, I don't know if I told you one thing. If you get a man that mad to where he intends on taking, like, he could have very easily taken his own life. I can
Mm-hmm.
only think of one certain six-letter word that he called him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It probably could have been that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm not mad at that. I don't put that in the what ifs because he was a bum that year.
Yeah.
I was hoping that Garrett would have knocked him silly. And he could have
Yeah.
we could have put Duck Hodges in for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But I don't look at that as that. But he learned from it. He apologized and he manned up for what he did. But it's
Mm.
still like, damn, what possessed you to for a man to want to beat you to death with a helmet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at the offseason moves that we making, our future prospects that we need to be worried about and focusing on to win us another Super Bowl, to get us to number 7. We have 6 Super Bowls for Christ's sakes, man. We are by far the best organization ever.
Mm.
We shouldn't be like this. Come on, like we have to get this together now.
Yeah, we should never be in a situation like this because again, I told these dudes in another lab, like it's not an opportunity to wear the black and or black and yellow. It's a fucking privilege.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So got to get it together, man. For real. I
yeah.
don't really see Thomas' future secured here.
No, but the question is, who do you think we would bring in?
At this point, I'm not quite sure who will even be available to be brought in here. But it has to be somebody with some discipline and who can reflect on being a great leader like
Yeah,
Andy Reid and them.
yeah. And you know what else I want? I want a coach that can actually run an offense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And somebody who actually wants to win and care about winning.
yeah.
Because hey, I got a winning season. I
Mm.
don't care about being one and done in the playoffs. And right now, we're relying on one receiver to give us some type of identity on offense.
Mm.
I love DK, but he's not going to be enough.
Yeah, and then we got like and then we have a tight end who, I mean, like, here's the thing, he's good, but we don't know how to use him,
Exactly.
apparently. Yeah. Like, I love you, Pat, but like at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if you requested a trade at this point because we don't know how to use you. We don't know how to use you right. We never knew how to use you.
No,
Like, and I guarantee you, if he went to a team that knew how to do a tight end, he might be a top 5 tight end.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Like a team that actually knows how to use their tight ends. A team like, I don't know, like the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Ravens. Mm. Even though him seeing him in a Raven or a Chiefs uniform would probably make me sick. I wouldn't be mad at it because I don't want to see your talents wasted here.
Me neither.
Mm,
Me neither, brother. And
mm,
I'm looking at also, do you feel like these veterans that we're keeping around, who we don't need to keep around? I mean, I understand Cordell Patterson was good at some point in his career. Why are
mm,
we holding on to him?
mm.
Why are we holding on to DeMarvin Leo?
Oh yeah.
Why are we holding on to Mark Robinson?
Mm,
Like seriously, why are we trying to secure these veterans who shouldn't pop? Let's just keep it 100. Who should not even make the final roster?
yeah. Or another guy. Why did we go out and sign Robert Woods? Mm,
That just really showed me what we got going on.
yeah. Like I'm trying to see who else. Why are we holding on to Dean Lowry as well?
Yeah, I
Or
don't get
like
that.
who else? Like Juan Thornhill.
It's not looking good, Cam. I'm
Mm,
telling you right now.
yeah.
This is a joke,
Mm,
and I'm worried.
mhm.
I'm worried,
Absolutely.
brother.
Yeah. I'd be worried. I'm worried too as well.
So
I,
let's just say you in charge. You.
mhm.
What's your move right now?
Fire Mike Tomlin.
Hmm.
Replace him with a good offensive coach. I don't care who we bring in. Like we could bring in damn John Gruden for all I care. I want someone who can run an offense. Like who can actually tell the difference between a slant and a check down.
This is gonna sound silly, and I got into it with a Steelers fan last week about this.
Mm.
I would bring Mike McCarthy in.
I wouldn't necessarily hate that.
I would bring Mike McCarthy in right now.
Yeah. Sure.
He can run an offense like you said, and he's gonna definitely try his damn hardest to win a game, and
Yeah.
especially a playoff football game.
Mm.
And people gonna be like, "Well, look what he did with Dallas." Y'all
It's
got to
with
remember,
Dallas.
at one point in time in the playoffs, he had no control in Dallas. We all know who that was.
That was Jerry.
The greatest owner of all time to other people. Yeah, Mr. Jerry Jones.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
what he was doing.
that's what he
Like
was
a
doing.
puppet on a string.
If you give Mike McCarthy full control like they did in Green Bay, I guarantee you we'll win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. He
It
is a
was
Super Bowl champion.
exactly. So it was really difficult for him to
Yeah.
really get in there with the Cowboys. He had the talent.
Mm.
And coming from a top five quarterback who said Mike McCarthy didn't have no control. This is Dak
Mm.
Prescott saying this.
Yes.
He was like this. There were some games where Mike couldn't say nothing. And I remember 2020, 2021, where the COVID was really like huge, and that man's face mask did not come down one time during them games. He just sat
Mm.
there
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't say shit, didn't have no clipboard, sitting there just looking like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Looking like Darvin Ham.
Couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
And for your quarterback to come out years later and admit this, that just goes to show you. I've been saying this for years. Jerry Jones is the problem. And
Mm-hmm.
now here's where I'm gonna be a little hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the opposite. The Our owners need to get involved.
You think the Rooney should get involved?
I think Rooney should get involved now.
Mm.
Just my honest opinion, Cam. I really feel like right now you better get Art. I mean, excuse me. Yeah, the Rooneys need to get involved now.
Yeah.
They need to be like, all right, Tom. Yeah, you got to either shape up or your ass is grass.
Yes.
Thank you for your services, but having winning seasons is not going to be enough for me.
Mm.
I have 6 trophies and 6 rings.
Mm.
Get it together. We trying to be great. Come on, man. This is
Mm-hmm.
really diabolical now.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
I'm trying to see. When did Art Rooney's son take over the Steelers?
Art Rooney's son, he took over. I did want to take over.
Okay. I saw it. Okay. So he was the president from 2003 forward, and he was the owner from 2017
Hmm.
to now. Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not his dad. He didn't um he wasn't with the organization when we won our four Super Bowls, but he was there whenever we won our two Super Bowls in the 2000s. Yeah. But
No,
like
you talking about the second, Art Rooney the second, right?
yes, Art Rooney the second.
He took over. I was 14, 2002, 2003.
Yeah,
That's
2003.
when
That's when
oh,
he
okay.
became the president.
That's when he took over. That's when he
Yeah,
took
he
over.
took over as owner in 2017.
So
So not even that long ago when he took over as owner. So what, like 8 years?
you said 2007 as the owner?
No, 2017.
8 years there. Eight
Yeah.
years. When did his pops die? When did
What did Mr. Rooney die?
yeah, when did Mr. Rooney pass away?
Let's see.
Because I know he bought the Steelers in 33, I think.
Let's see. The founder. Yeah, he passed in 88.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's come on, man.
Mm.
Mr. Rooney is not happy in his grave right now.
Yeah, he's rolling over right now, looking at our sad ass organization.
And which is crazy. We are the sixth, seventh oldest organization.
I think yeah, we're the sixth or seventh. We came in at the same time as Philadelphia.
That's come on, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a caliber team. This is a caliber championship team. And like I said, right now it's looking like pure circus media right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. I mean, like I
Uh,
said,
uh,
I support. I'm gonna always support, win or lose.
but look at
But
this. I just got a report on ESPN. It said Mason Rudolph said it's good to be wanted.
that's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not
He's
enough. That is not enough, people.
yeah.
And then I think before we started the show, they said TJ Watt didn't even show up today.
Mm.
So, and like I
Yeah.
said before, I'm not gonna lie to you, Cam. This is gonna be another hot take for me.
What's up?
I don't care. We can move on from TJ.
At this point, yeah, if we're
If
going into these dark ages, we need
yeah,
to. We we
we gotta
here's the
focus.
we can easily get like two or three first round picks out of TJ.
And on top of that, like I said before, I know what you said about Sawyer earlier. He has the talent, and I feel like he will see the field this year. If I feel like we have a good generational talent in Jack Sawyer now. I know what he did. That's some
Mm-hmm.
kid shit. What he did in Michigan, I get that. But
Mm-hmm.
what college kid has not been stupid?
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm in college. I'm being stupid.
Yeah, I was in school too, and I was dumb as hell. But like I said before, man, I believe in this kid. He has the talent. He wants to play football. And this is somebody that we need. This is the players that we draft. He wants to play football. He wants to be in the Hall of Fame. And his attitude says it all. I feel like now that he's in the NFL, he's going to grow up. He's going to mature. And that is who I will gamble on. If this TJ is now starting to be a diva, this little back and forth with Myles Garrett over Defensive Player of the Year awards, we don't need shit like that. We don't need distractions like that. I would be like, all right, what you want from TJ?
Okay.
Hey, Tyreek available? Here, get this fool. Because
Yeah.
I guarantee you, TJ Watt will be one of these players. If he goes to another team, he won't be productive like he was with us. I'm
No.
just keeping it honest with you though. His lack of production will go down. He's gonna be in his feelings and he's gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I mean, it may be a hot take, people may disagree, but I don't care. I'm hot take Mar for a reason. It's a proven fact that players in that caliber have moved on to other franchises that have not done nothing.
Mm.
So at this point, we can move on from TJ.
Yeah. Again, we can easily get two or three first round picks for TJ. Like absolutely, and maybe like a couple players.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So right now we need to focus on winning and the future. So I would definitely get a few first round picks for him. And you probably even get a good start for him too.
Mm.
So yeah, if you want your contract, go somewhere else and get it, man.
Yeah, I know people in the comments might be saying, "Oh, this is a Madden ass trade." Like, "Oh, you can only do this in Madden." Y'all realize TJ Watt's been like amazing every single year of his career.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I am a person who lives off consistency. Let's keep it honest, people. This is a guy who misses 4 or 5 games a year
Mm.
because of injury.
No.
He don't take good care of himself. And I get what he does. His production on the field is great. But let's
Hmm.
also look at last year, Cam, the past 7 games, missing tackles,
Hmm.
running past the quarterback.
Hmm.
And like I said, I know I should be the last person to be like, well, those was only 7 games compared to his other games. I was like, he's getting older, y'all.
Yeah, he's already in his 30s.
Yeah, he's getting older, y'all. So I would be like, hey, I would be making some calls right now.
Mm. Um,
Y'all call George Pickens a headache. I think TJ Watt's a headache too.
it's
I feel
getting
like
there.
it's starting to get there. Especially like with the bickering back and forth last year. That kind of surprised me. I
Mm.
was like, he's usually a type of player that will just shut up and come and play. He'll show you. But now it's like he's not showing, he's doing more talking.
Mm.
Come on, man. Let's be
Mm.
real.
Yeah.
If I'm JJ Watt, I'd be like, hey man, chill out, little bro. This is a good opportunity for you, man.
Yeah.
But will I sell his rookie card? No.
Mm.
Will I sell his jersey? No.
Mm.
No. Those are collector's items, people. So no.
Yes.
But I don't know, Cam. Right now, at this point, I would be making some calls about TJ Watt.
Hmm. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see who else do you think we should call?
We need a receiver too, right?
Yes.
Here's the thing, nah, I wouldn't call New Orleans about TJ. Here's the thing, we could get a bag of chips for Chris Olave, especially with his injury prone stuff.
Mm.
Um, if you want somebody like Tyreek, yeah,
Yeah.
we can probably
Yeah. But I was asking, who do you think we should stop? Like shop?
we still on receivers? Or are you looking for another defensive player to replace TJ?
Yeah. Like what players on our roster do you think we should shop? Also, I'm looking at our depth chart right now. They moved Connor Hayward to full-time fullback.
Why?
Hmm.
Why? Because he has the last name Hayward, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
Why, people?
So now he's
Why?
our starting. So now we have two fullbacks in our roster.
This is not good. Here's another hot take, man. I know I said old and stuff like that and injury prone, but he's also looking to be a contender as well.
Cameron Hayward.
No, this is a free agent who's out there now.
Hmm.
If we trade TJ, I know, like I said, call Von Miller, get him here on a 1 year veteran contract. He can still help disrupt the off. I mean, a defense.
Mm, yeah.
And
Actually, never mind. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't give a shit about off the field issues at this point.
yeah,
Yeah. Uh,
um,
it's like, yeah. You put your hands on a pregnant lady, come down to Pittsburgh at this point.
pretty much, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
so pretty much like I said before, I still don't know why we have uh who can we really shop at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
Cordell Patterson ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Pat Fryer move.
I ain't ready to get Bo Fire movies yet. Here's the thing, too, once again. Okay, and here's another little problem with the Harmon situation. We drafted him, right? Why are we not giving Loudermilk a chance?
Isaiah, I know we re-signed him to like a 1 or 2 year deal this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once
Uh,
and who else we got to tackle? We still not giving Logan Lee a shot either.
yeah, Logan Lee. Who else? We signed a kid from the Jaguars, Odamewo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now he's the fourth string left defensive end on our depth chart.
This is just I'm just saying like we sit here and drafted him. Like I said, I know what they was thinking, but we still have guys that can replace Cameron Hayward. So I'm not quite sure what they was thinking.
Yeah, we've been trying to do the Cameron Hayward succession plan for like 3 years now, but we tried it with Keanu Benton.
Hmm.
We're trying it now with Derek Harmon. Hmm.
Do we trade Cameron Hayward?
At this point, I mean at this point, might as well stay a Steeler for the rest of your career.
And I'm
But like,
afraid people will laugh at us if we call them.
yeah, but like, I mean, if we're really trying to go into this, or we're trying to roll out the tank at this point, might as well.
So here's another one. I mean, okay. Since it's obviously we're not gonna give him a chance, should we try to get something out of Cole Holcomb?
Uh, uh I mean. Yeah, I mean, we could maybe get like a fourth, maybe.
And I like Cole. I love Cole when he's in
Yeah,
North Carolina. And I was happy that we got him. I
yeah.
was happy when we signed him.
And here's the thing: he's not really that old either. He's 28.
Right.
Yeah,
But now, like you said, with Peyton Wilson, who's been phenomenal, that linebacker core is pretty much straight.
yeah. With
With
him,
Wilson, Queen, and I don't know. Would you put
I,
Sawyer in the mix with the
yeah,
linebacker situation?
mhm. Yeah, because we already got rid of Landon Roberts, uh, because he went to Vegas.
Yeah, and cut Mark Robinson bum ass, man. Do not put
Yeah,
him on the field at all.
yeah. I know we cut Monty. Uh, we let Larry Ogunjobi walk. Um,
And at this point, let that bum Florida linebacker too. We've got Jeremiah Moon. Let him walk too.
yeah, Jeremiah Moon.
Jeremiah Moon has been disappointed ever since he got to the league.
Mm. I so you know what? It would be another thing with a trade TJ Watt.
Well,
It would give Nick Herbig a chance too.
the only thing with Nick is he just he ain't been the same since the injury.
Yeah.
But I would give, like you said, I'm all about giving players another shot. I really am.
Mhm.
But right now, could this be the Kirk Cousins mix? I wouldn't give up Watt for Cousins.
No, no, no.
I hope that's not what they're talking about.
No, yeah, it better not be what we're talking about. Here's the thing. You already said we're gonna be the laughing stock of the league. If we do that, it's gonna be 10 times worse.
Yeah, that'd be 10 times worse.
At that point, just like deactivate your Twitter at that point.
Right. And at this point, and then he get that stupid contract. We're gonna do pick that contract up now.
I don't know.
Y'all comment in the section to see if only Steeler fans only y'all. But at this point, I'm disappointed. I just wanted to get on here and rant with you.
Mm.
This is bad, brother. Really
Yeah, it's
bad.
really, really bad.
Um, anything else you want to add before we get out of here and wait 100 more days
Yeah.
to the season?
Also, hey, I just got another report that came in just now.
Hmm.
Kirk Cousins did not attend first practice of voluntary OTAs.
That's because he on his way here.
Yeah, probably.
He on his way here. That's bad. So I
Mm,
don't know if that makes it right worse for us. I don't know what we're gonna do, bro. This is crazy.
I don't know.
Uh, yeah, Cam, I appreciate you, buddy.
Of course.
Cam is the first person I'm gonna sign to my company because he, is a full loyalist person. So I appreciate him. He's no big deal, Cam, for a reason. So
Mm,
we appreciate him for being here. He's being consistent every week with me. And we're gonna get him on some more topics too, more basketball, because he is a good sports knowledge. But right now, he's a good Steelers guy to talk with, and it's like a therapy session, you know.
Mm.
So, my
Yeah.
brother, I appreciate you. I might see you later this week,
Mm-hmm.
or next week. We'll figure out something else again.
Mm-hmm.
So, you be safe, brother. So, like, comment, subscribe. Go follow Cam on his TikTok page. He's gonna be putting out some content as well.
All right.
So, we'll be back, people.
Mm-hmm.
Pray for us.
Yeah.
Pray
Yeah.
for
Cash considerations are also appreciated.
yeah, we'll take that too. You know, it's all good though. But hey, we'll see y'all when we see y'all.